Hello, everyone. Uh, this video is specifically if you have any challenge as you are reading uh, your books, let me know. You can send the information on WhatsApp on that number below. Just check in the description, or you can join the group on WhatsApp. That link in the description. Then you'll be able to get to me, and then I help you out. So basically, this life is not to explain maybe things or what. It's only to explain where you have got a challenge. So let me know if you have any challenge so that we can help you out. Or if you want any clarity, let me know so that I can help you out. There are some people asking questions here. Uh, as I'm waiting for more questions, let me just say something small about um, the paper you're gonna write tomorrow. The paper is gonna be very easy, but there are some things you cannot go without knowing or without putting more effort on those things. Number one, if you want to get 50 and above, starting from 50, this is what you need to do. I know that some people, they have not read. Yes, they're trying to read now. So for now, what you can do is simple. Try to label all the questions. Let me show you one of the paper another group did, and then maybe you can understand what I'm trying to say in this regard. So try to label everything you see. Yes. Once you label everything, when they give you a diagram, make sure that you label each and everything. And then after that, you can do what? You can do other what? Other questions which are following. Don't just get the question paper and then answer. Just answer. No. First, wait. Don't rush. There is no need for you to rush. The paper is very easy. So you don't need to rush. Just wait. Start slowly, and then you'll be able to answer those questions. Let me show you this question paper. Yeah, not this one. Yeah, here. Yes. Uh-huh. Let me show you this question paper. Then you understand what I'm trying to say. Hope now you can see it. Yeah. Okay. If you look at this question paper, if you look at this question paper, I'm trying to show you. Yeah. Here there are some questions. Testosterone, pituitary gland. Try to. So when you reach such questions and you can't understand anything which is being asked here. For example, you know that this one is wrong or this one is wrong, this one is wrong. Which one of the following is both exocrine and endocrine? Meaning that it can secrete the hormones, uh, uh, and they can secrete the enzymes in other words. Or it's a duct gland and it has a duct and it's ductless. You see, meaning that it has both functions. So now you ask yourself, can this produce hormone? I mean, enzymes? No. Can this produce enzymes? Yes, because it is connected to the digestive system. Can this? No. Can this? No. You see that you can do what you call the elimination method, and then you rule out what is not needed, and then you left with what is needed. The remaining answer will be the correct one. So meaning that, sorry, all the answers are wrong except this one. So it means that B becomes the what? The correct answer. Then you go to, we have seen some questions concerning about this. I'm not saying this is the question paper which is coming. Please try to maximize the terminologies. Try to maximize the terminologies. For example, let me just go through. You know, whenever I'm doing whatever I'm doing, when it comes to terminologies, I have to at least to talk about them. I can't leave them out for any student. For example, receptors in the ear that provide information about the position of the head. When you talk about changing the position of the head, so remember in balance you have speed and direction, that is crystal. Position of the head is it maculae. So it means that here the answer becomes it maculae. For those people who did this paper in president. Then they're saying the plant hormone that inhibits germination. Don't forget that this is the hormone which works in winter, because in winter we don't expect germination. We expect everything drying up because of the limited amount of water in the soil. So it limits, limiting is the same thing. So in this case, the hormone is gibberellin. Did I say gibberellin? No, abscisic acid, because abscisic acid works in what? In winter. And then the one which promotes germination, because some people they see the word germination, they just give the answer gibberellin. No, promotes it's gibberellin, inhibits it is abscisic acid. So in this case, it is about what? It is about bringing about dormants. So you guys, when you are trying to answer, please don't rush. Please don't rush. If you don't rush, then you'll be able to get those answers. Let me see if you have a question. Then you can even post it in the comment section. Yes, I can help you out. I'm not going to be that much live in this video. Yes, but I'm always, if you have any challenge, by 10 o'clock, I'll be sleeping also. So that, yeah. Then they ask me another question, that the microscopic gap between two consecutive neurons, the microscopic gap is called a synapse. They can ask you, what's the function of the synapse? What are you going to say? The function of the synapse is to allow to, the function of the synapse basically is to allow impulse to move in one direction. Yes, I know that the people always talk about connect the two neurons. Yes, it connects. You are describing its behavior, but what is its function? Its function. The first answer you might, we can also give you that. The first answer you should say is allows impulse to move in one direction. Yes, so it means that it prevents the backflow of the impulse. You understand? Yes. Then the growth movement of the plant in response to the stimulus. The growth, in this case, they're talking about how do plants respond. So in science, we call it tropism. Yes. So we call it what? Tropism. That's the growth movement of plants to the what? The stimulus. The inhibition of the growth of lateral buds by the presence of the auxins on the apical buds, meaning that when you're just way, now you're just growing tall, you don't care about the sides. That's what they are trying to say here. So how do you call that? You call it apicodominancy, meaning that it's the apex which is dominating the other parts of the plant, so the plant is just growing straight up. So we call it apicodominancy. Then they're asking you that the quick automatic response to the stimulus involving only the spinal cord. When you talk about quick automatic response, that is what? Reflex action. So when you discuss such questions, you don't only talk about reflex action. You have to ask yourself, what is the function of the reflex action? Defend the body from danger or prevent the body from further harm. Then examples of reflex action, knee jerk, blinking of the eye. So you give the examples. Then you talk about what is a reflex action. You say that is a rapid automatic response to the stimulus or quick automatic response to the stimulus. Then you talk about what's a reflex act. Is a path traveled by the impulse during a reflex action. Then you talk about what will happen if the motor neuron is damaged. Motor neuron is damaged, you'll be able to sense, but you won't be able to sense, to feel, but you won't be able to respond. What about when the sensory is damaged? So those are the questions we ask you. We are not going to ask you any questions. So you guys just relax, have your time nicely. Go through all these questions. No one said just a new question. Just Google past papers. You'll get a distinction. So you don't need to have too many or too much issues concerning about this. You understand? So you guys, what you can do is simple. Just do more and more and more and more questions. I'm telling you, if you do more questions, I guarantee you that you're gonna get a distinction. Yes, on Saturday we're gonna have a good class regarding to what to paper two. Yes, a beautiful class regarding to paper two. I've not managed to go through everything, but yeah, guys, I really wish you the best. Okay, let me just finish up this and then I wish you the best, 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 best. All right, just saying a quick order. Okay, I'm done. Receptor found in the retina of the eye. We have two types of receptors in the retina of the eye. We have the cones, the rods, and the cones. The rods are responsible in viewing objects during the dim light or during the dark. Animals which see at night, which call the nocturnal animals, they use what called the rods. They have well-developed rods. So rods, they don't talk. You don't talk about color there. So it means that those animals, they don't see color. And then you have the cones. The cones are responsible for color and bright light. So in this case, what are they asking? Receptors found in the retina of the eye which are sensitive to bright light. So the answer is obvious, is cones. So the control center for the temperature, we have talked about this. So the control center for the temperature, we said is called what? Is called hypothalamus. Increase in the diameter of the blood in the skin. Guys, if I don't want to show you the distinction material book, and people who have bought the distinction material book, is 20 rand, so that you guys you get your distinction. Actually, you don't only get 20 rand, you don't only spend 20 rand. I also help you out in simple questions. If you have not paid for the private classes, yes. So if you want private classes, go for 150, and then we'll help you maximally. But if you want simple questions and then the booklet, then you go for that 20 rand. The other one gets everything. All right, increase in the diameter of the blood. So how do we call this? We call the diameter has increased. Yeah? So in science, we call it vasodilation. Vasodilation. So basically, that's it. What about this? Yeah, plant hormone that promotes pseudomonas. Which plant promotes pseudomonas? We saw it here. I don't know why even they brought back this question here, because here they have talked about the plant hormone that inhibits germination. It inhibits, that is basically seed dormancy. If you prevent the seed from germinating, you're making it to be dormant. Yes, I'm not questioning the people who said, but I'm just giving my view as a teacher say that this question and this question is the same. So you as a student, you see, so meaning that you are able to get these 2 marks, mahala. So you get 2 marks. Guys, don't forget to say only, because we are not putting these things to decorate the paper. No, we are not putting those things to decorate the paper. We are putting it so that you follow instruction, and instructions are very, 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 very important. So in this case, promote. They're saying promote dormancy. There is nothing here. So none of these two. Yes, we know that this is a growth promoter. It's very important for promotion of promoting the shoot and the root. Actually, in the root, it inhibits, and in the shoot, it promotes. This one is very important. In summer, that promotes seed germination. You understand? Yes, it promotes what? Seed germination. That's why I say that this question and that question is the same. Hormones, hormones that's secreted by the thyroid gland. Prolactin, that is the hormone which is related to the milk. That's why you call it lactogen. That's milk, obviously. Is what? It's the pituitary gland or hypophysis. And then growth hormone, also GH, also is so the answer here is both A and B. Not A and B, not both. The answer is both A and B, because here they said write both A and B. Yes. So we go to the next question, guys. You say that these questions are not that difficult. I am telling you that what you're gonna find there in the paper is gonna be cool and nice. Yes, you're gonna enjoy the paper. Yeah, and if you enjoy this one, you enjoy the final perfectly. Yes, they're saying the branch of the nervous system responsible for voluntary actions. So when you talk about voluntary actions, meaning that the things you do on your will. So here you have the somatic nervous system. Somatic nervous system, this is it comes from the word soma. Guys, I'm not using the pen, so I'm using the mouse. I've not connected everything on the system. I'm just doing a highlight. But the problem I have is I can't pass the question when I see that I can maybe add something for the students. Okay, they're saying here, so don't mind about my handwriting. So yeah, somatic comes from what is soma. Soma, yes, soma. Soma means a body. When you talk about a body, yes, the body. I like the way I'm writing. Yeah, primary, yes. The body. When you talk about the body, is a somatic. So meaning that is it goes the muscles, what these other muscles, the legs. So that is voluntary actions. It is related to the voluntary actions. You raise the hand, you move, you stand, you run. You do it on your own will. What about peripheral nervous system? Peripheral nervous system is somatic is an example of peripheral nervous system, but it's a peripheral nervous system still it can also be divided into sympathetic and parasympathetic, of which sympathetic and parasympathetic it is not voluntary. You don't do it voluntarily. Increasing the heartbeat, dilation of the pupil. You don't do it voluntarily. No. In the case of emergency. Yes. So we rule B out, and then we take only A only. Yes. This, I think, many people, we have done these questions. As I told you, that when they give you a question, make sure that you label everything. Make sure that you know everything. Yes. What is this? This is it. The myelin sheath. This is the axon, and then this is uh, the nucleus and the whole thing. This is the cell body, and then this is the dendrite. Yeah, basically, that's it. So when you come here to the questions, you see exactly what's happening. Yes, you see, you'll be able to answer all those questions. So I'm not going to go through this. I was talking about one of the students that how do you answer this question? This is just the ear. If they bring about hearing process, what do you write? Guys, can I laugh at you? Don't go the paper without knowing the ear. Yes. Do you know why? Do you know why these people are bringing this ear? It's because we did not bring ear in June. Why? Because the ear in June was maybe they say that maybe some schools they have not covered that part, so we should scoop the ear out. See, do you think you're gonna miss it out? Okay, if you miss it now, do you think you're gonna miss it on the finals? Guys, ear is the simplest of all. So what is this? Pinna, yes, tympanic membrane. Don't call it eardrum. Call it scientifically tympanic membrane, oscars, eustachian tube, and then circular canals, and then this one's cochlea, and then this is what? Autonomic auditory nerves. So guys, it is coming from the side of hearing, it goes to cerebrum. If it's coming from balance, then it goes to cerebellum. You need to know the function of each. You can't go without knowing the function of eustachian tube. Equalizes pressure on the other side of the tympanic membrane. The oscars amplifies the vibration. The round window, it releases excess pressure in the inner ear or absorbs excess pressure from the inner ear. The pinna, it collects and directs. You see, collects and then directs it the sound wave to the auditory canal. So you have to go when you know this. So these are the simple things you need to know before you go for balancing. What make sure that you maximize all these marks. I'm not going to go through everything here, but honestly speaking, you have to get a distinction. This graph, when it comes to menstrual cycle, it is always disturbing students. And I really don't know why it disturbs students, but it really, some people, they are scared to ask you questions. You know, guys, I really came here not to even to go through this paper. I came here to ask you, to ask me, so that I help you. Can I see the questions you're asking, guys, in the comment section? Yes, let me see the question. Drop, let me say it. Drop your questions. Yeah, let's drop your questions here so that I can hear. Yes, so that I can help you out, guys. Eh? Yes, here. Yeah. Millicent, thank you for buying the book. Make sure that you use it. You know that whoever gets that book, you will never regret. You want, tell your friends, you want a distinction? That book. Grade 10, 11, 12. That book. Anyway, let me just go to direct the question. You know, whenever I'm having students to help them, I feel too much energetic. My baby is saying, come, where are you? Okay, anyway, let me first finish. These kids, you never know, I can change the life of one or two students. Anyway, I think the diagram below shows the challenges or the hormones, the changes in the hormonal levels during the menstrual cycle of female hormones and the endometrium thickness. So meaning that when you talk about endometrium thickness, you are talking about the uterine cycle. And then you talk about these more hormones, you're talking about the ovarian. So hormones, you're talking about the ovarian cycle. So basically, what comes into your mind when you see such a graph? First thing you need to look at, when is the hormone increasing? That's the first point. If you look at this hormone, it's increasing on day 14. What happens with day 14? Basically, what happens on day 14 is usually, or in normal cases, it's easy ovulation. So, which hormone is responsible for ovulation? It's easy luteinizing hormone. Then definitely, I'll know that this is it. You see this one, the sharp one, is luteinizing hormone. That's how you identify. Which hormone increases immediately after ovulation, meaning that the corpus luteum has been changed to, the empty Graafian follicle has been changed to corpus luteum. So, which hormone increases immediately? Yes. So, the hormone which increases immediately is this. Which one is that? Is this. How do you call that hormone? We call it progesterone. So you have to know the function of progesterone. You have to know the function of luteinizing hormone. You see? Yes. So, but check is dropping. They might ask a question: did the fertilization take place? Definitely no. Why? Because this hormone progesterone has dropped. You see? Let me check if they talked about the fertilization. Born. I was even saying it. Guys, by the way, I've not gone through this paper. Even I don't know what is down. Someone just sent it, and then I'm opening it, and now I'm seeing the paper. So you knowing how these things operate, you don't need to cram. The head will become big, but faith, it will become big. So understand. Sometimes understanding is a problem. Maybe because of the stress we are having. But concentrate for now, guys. Yes. So that at least you make it. Concentrate for now. So that you do make it. Anyway, I'm saying that. I'm saying that. Just a moment. Just a moment. Uh, just a moment. Someone is asking me a question here. So let me see if I can answer those questions. Okay. Oh. Anyway, isn't that a big deal? Isn't that a big deal for? All right. It's appreciating. So you're saying that. Let's go to the next question. I'm not going through everything, guys. As I said, that I'm just going through the highlights and yeah. So I think I've explained how. What about nowadays? Check. What is this? Then it means this is the endometrium. Some people they confuse endometrium and the uterus. Basically, endometrium is part of uterus, but when you say what do you use to see, you can't say that use the head. However much the eyes are found on the head. So the endometrium is for implantation. Is the inner line of the uterus, the lining of the uterus is what's called the endometrium. That's where the thing like projection take place. You understand? Yes. So basically, the exercise is going in 8 minutes. I don't know. Anyway, I'll finish up whatever I want to finish because the system will not go off immediately, but it's going anyway. Anyway, yes. Then they're saying that explain the evidence from a graph to suggest that fertilization did not take place. You see, I talked about this. One, the level of progesterone is dropping. The moment the progesterone level drops, then automatically fertilization does not take place. And the thickening, it must show that it starts to what? To decrease. Yes. So, yeah, this is the endocrine and homeostasis. Which gland is this? Guys, this is not a brain. The good thing they said human kidney. But someone you can see this and they say tropism. It's only a brain. They are looking at the gland found on top of the kidney, which you call the adrenal gland. Adrenal gland produces two hormones, aldosterone and the adrenaline. Adrenaline is for emergence, aldosterone is for salt. Yes. So, samoregulation, they brought, guys, I don't know. If you check uh, the past papers, I think this was 2020, yeah, where they brought this question and then, oh my God. Yeah, I'll do the memorandum immediately after you're done writing, then post it so that I do that so that you prepare yourself for final exam. Because when I do the memorandum I give you immediately is you don't forget that thing you have failed anymore. You understand? Yeah, that's why I like it. I like to do that and then so that you see exactly what you're supposed to do. Someone is asking, sir, can you please explain why they ask about how temperature can be used to prevent? Sir, can you please explain when they ask about how temperature can used or maybe can be used to prevent or to detect the pregnancy? Temperature can remember that when you become pregnant, yes, temperatures start to increase. Why? Because now the body is overworking. More hormones are being produced. The body is preparing. What do you think is a process to make a baby? I don't mean having whatever you know. I don't mean that. I mean having a baby, like the baby is developing, the fertilization takes place, the zygote undergoes mitosis to form a ball of cells called morula. The morula will continue undergoing mitosis to form a halo or hollow, whatever, ball of cells called blastula, which forms the finger-like, the outer membrane called the chorion, which forms the finger-like projection called the chorionic vein. Don't forget that is development of the zygote until implantation. Finger-like projection, chorionic vein to form. So there is, we use the temperature. I'm referring to this student who has just asked. We use temperature to detect when the temperature are above normal temperature or they rise. It means that there are so many activities which are happening in your body. You understand? So the body is supposed to carry out metabolism so that ATP is being produced. You understand? It's like when you're under vigorous activities, running, check up on anything which is vigorous you do. You see that the temperature increases. Actually, it's not only temperature. There are a lot of things which increases, but I won't talk about it. Anyway, let's go to the next question. I think I'm clear. They use it not to prevent pregnancy. They use it to detect pregnancy. Yes. Then we go to the next question. Guys, if you have a question, I'm about to go off. If you have any question, let me know. Please let me know before I go off. Yes. Okay, they're saying that. So if you look at this, I'm not going to explain everything, but they're saying name the process involving the change in the curvature of M. Where is M? This curvature. The moment they talk about lens, guys, that is accommodation. Pupillary mechanism, dim and paralyzed, we don't talk about lens. We talk about the iris and the pupil. That is the pupillary mechanism, of which the iris has two muscles, the radio muscles and the sacral muscles. In the dim light, you mix things, R with the C, C with the R. So if you, I don't want to show you the booklet now because that's not the, I was just going through. If you have a question, let me know. Yes, let me check if there is a student that has asked you on the WhatsApp. Okay, there is no student who has asked. If you have a question, let me know. Okay, then we are saying that whenever they talk about lens, we're talking about accommodation. And then now check from A to B. You see that this is long and thin, and then this is short and big. You understand? In most cases, when you're short, in most cases, you become big. Yeah, even if you are tall, when you become a bit thick, you become big. So when you see objects which are far, you see them small. Therefore, the lens must be small. So this is for far object. And then because this is big and short, when you see the object which is near, you see object big. So this is near object. So basically, and because this thing has opened widely here, meaning this is for dim light. So meaning far and dim light or dark area. And then this is short and bright light because this one is small. Then this one is small, but it is small. It's low, meaning that far object, bright light. And then this is near object, dim light, because it opened. The pupil has opened widely. So when they bring such questions, guys, you need to really don't just panic. Concentrate. You guys are gonna make it. You are our presidents for tomorrow. That's why we try to care about you guys. Yeah, we try to care about you. So please don't let me down. Please make me proud. Yeah. So if you explain the changes which occurred on N, you see, I've just tried to say N is the radio muscle. Remember, this is the iris, radio muscle, sacral muscle. So you know now how to explain that. State one way in which the defect is corrected. Which defect? State one way by which the defect. What is now the defect? 2.5. Okay. They're saying name the eye defect that results in uneven, uneven curvature of O. Where is it? Remember, this is cornea. Yes. When there is uneven, then you suffer from astigmatism. I don't want to show you the booklet, because now it's going to be taking me too much time. Yeah, but it's called astigmatism. How do we treat astigmatism? We treat astigmatism by electricity is gone. Now I'm dark. All right. Astigmatism is treated by surgery. Yes. So you do the surgery. If you have the distinction material, please use it. Let me know if you have a question so that I can smash it. Oof. Yes, I can smash it. Yes. Then we go to the next question. I'm not going to go everything, guys. This is the brain. Simple. Biggest part of the brain is the cerebrum. This one is this corpus callosum. It joins the left and the right hemisphere. It allows communication between the two hemispheres. So those are the functions. You have to know the functions. Cerebrum coordinates all voluntary actions. It receives and interprets all sensations, and then controls all voluntary actions, and then is a center for higher thought processes. That is memory, reasoning, and judgment. That's the biggest. Eh? Yeah, this is the pituitary gland. It has a lot of functions. I said you make sure that you label everything. This is the medulla of cerebellum. No. This is the cerebellum. Yes, cerebellum D. And then this is the medulla oblongata E. And then the down one is the spinal cord. You see medulla oblongata is this swelling. Is this swelling you see? This swelling is what called the medulla oblongata. When you come here, you see that what you have said there. What you have said here. If you know the pattern function, everything is here. That's why, guys, I told you, I repeat, I told you that if you know how to label and give the function, there is no way in paper one you can get less than 50%. The minimum you can get is a 65. Label and function. So now all these marks are gone. You have to go to them. Yes. Describe the functioning of the autonomic nervous system. So here you are talking about the autonomic nervous system, that is the sympathetic and the parasympathetic. They brought this question. They're just repeating things. Guys, I wish you the best. Not only for tomorrow, even in the finals. Finals. And not only in the finals, even in your life. Yeah, for us, we have grown up. We need people who are going to replace us. Yeah. And it's amongst you. Not only teaching, because that's not only the qualification, the career. Wish you the best. Sometimes I don't want to talk too much. All right, they are saying that describe. So here you talk about the sympathetic and the parasympathetic. Describe how the brain is protected from. So how is the brain protected? Yes. So we have three ways in which the brain can be protected. So guys, I can't repeat this. Now this one, I don't know why they like this. They like this these days too much because students are trying to fail. What is this? The cervix, isn't it? Yes, because this is the vagina. What's the second name for vagina? It's the birth canal. How do you call this? The placenta. How do you call this? How do you call this? This is the umbilical cord. You see? How do you call this? This is the fluid inside the where the baby is playing. It's like swimming. So we call it what? Amnion. And how do you call this? It forms the outer layer called the chorion. So the layer is called chorion. You remember when during development, because it forms the outer layer called chorion, which form finger-like projection called chorion. Everything's done. If things don't work out, please take them back so that you how did it form, so that you are able to understand it better. Yes. We go to the next question. Let me see if there is someone who has asked me a question. Not yet, that side. And then, okay, let me finish up. Then here they are saying, what are they saying? It's a lot of things here they are saying. Here is a graph. They are bringing a histogram. Independent variable. In most cases, you get the dependent variable from the first statement. They will say this on this. Blood tests to measure the level of testosterone is often used to determine the cause of infertility in male. You see? An investigation was done to determine the relationship between the age and the testosterone level. How is the age versus the testosterone? So this becomes, obviously time is always independent. So this one goes there and then this one goes there. And then I remember I say that what is on x-axis is independent. What is on y-axis is dependent. Remember I said use the I, D, X, Y. They're saying independent on x-axis. So I want the independent, I go on the x-axis. I want the dependent variable, I go on y-axis. Simple. You don't even waste time, man. Yeah, you don't waste time. Yes, you don't waste time there. So yeah, that's how we get those. So guys, make sure that you know how to work upon this. This guy have the blood glucose level after meal, meaning that you have too much glucose. So in this case, you're gonna talk about insulin being secreted by the by the pancreas. So insulin does not convert, guys. Not about that. It does not convert. I explain these things. It stimulates the conversion of glucose into glycogen. Insulin does not convert. Don't say that insulin converts glucose to glycogen. You get a zero. Mm. If your teacher is lenient and gives it to you, when it comes to the final exam, we will give you a zero. So you have lost still. So please don't lose. I always like my students, you, because you are my students now, to use what you call the KO, the knockout. Mm. So, yes, so insulin stimulates the liver to convert glucose to glycogen or stimulates the conversion of glucose to glycogen. Simple. Yes. So basically, after meal, you will see that you get the pancreas is gonna secrete insulin, more insulin. Insulin is gonna stimulate the conversion of glucose to glycogen, and then the level of glucose is gonna drop in the blood. Then it means that it will go back to normal. Maybe this order resulting in the blood glucose in the human being high. We call it diabetes mellitus. Don't just say diabetes. Don't say diabetes type 1, type 2. You will get zero. Say diabetes mellitus. That's it. Yeah. So I think describe the effect of blood if the person constantly has high level of describe effect of the body if the person constantly has high level of uh, thyroxine. Here is you're gonna if you have too much thyroxine, you're gonna become a little bit fat. Yeah, why? Because you're gonna be overeating, and then this overeating. If you check my book, the distinction material, the answer is there. The answers are there. Name the gland, yes. So when you overeat, definitely you're gonna have to have that. Actually, we call it high level hyperthyroidism. That is the condition which you're gonna have if there is over excretion of thyroxine. We call it hyperthyroidism. Name the gland that produces thyroxine is thyroid gland. Extract you read, you get answers from for in most cases it comes for the paper is done. So their paper was like this. I expect everyone to get a distinction. Yeah. Oh, I thought the paper is still going. Not teaching is nice. In most cases, when you teach people who like you guys, you are here at this time. You are live waiting for M.Saidi. I love you so much, guys. Man. Stay blessed. I can't. Do you want me to go through the objectives again? Not really. So, memory loss. We never talk about memory loss. We talk about Alzheimer's disease. Hey, guys. Love you so much. Any question? Let me check if there's any question before I leave. Yeah. I wish you the best, guys. Yeah? I wish you the best. Let me check. There's no question. Yeah? Yes. So, you guys, I think that is it. Let me switch to another. Yeah. Thank you for joining the class. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share so that people always, yeah, tell your sisters and brothers to join the channel. We will help them to get a distinction. It's not too late, ne? It's not too late. God bless you, ne? Yeah.